Brooke Burke-Charvet. So you have 3 girls.
Yes.
Oh,
God help me.
Your poor husband. God help your husband.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Now, what if one of your children, when they were, say, 14, you know, said, "Can I take a sip of your wine?" Because I know that there are conversations in Europe, you know, people just give them a sip so then they don't later become so obsessed with it. Truthfully, I don't, you know,
I'm going down for this one.
No, I'm going down. When I was 7, I took sips of champagne, and I never had, and I now have a cocktail company. That's not
right. Well, you know, here we go.
I mean, there it is.
It's like tequila, margaritas, not so much. No, we're a European family. You know, David's French, for God's sake. We love wine, so there's always a bottle of wine open on our table. And the kids take a sip, and I would rather have them take a sip, try it. You can't have more than that. Why, Mommy? Well, because you have to be 21. Well, why? Because those are the rules. It's not appropriate.
I'm not going to leave you hanging here because you think you're going to get flack.
I let them. It's okay. I'm always honest. I talk about everything. But I let them have a sip of wine. I let them have a sip of anything, really. And even the stuff that's not so good, I'm like, you're not going to like it. You really want to know how it tastes? Smell it. They take a smell, and they're like, ew, tequila. I'm like, good more for me.
I don't want you as a guest to feel uncomfortable that you said that and you're going to get flat. I agree with you. I think if Bryn were 14 and wanted to take a sip, I would give her a sip thinking the way that the Europeans do because I don't want her to go to college and go off the rails.
And I was the same way. I don't want my children to be dying to know what it's like so much where they can never have experienced it.
Yeah, and it is controversial, and you have to do what's right for you. Also, knowing your child. If you have a wild child, you might, you have to make different decisions. It depends.
We're also Jewish, so Friday night Shabbat, the wine's getting passed anyway.
Oh, right.
So what am I going to do?
Oh, that's right. That's allowed. What do you think? Okay, now how young is too young for waxing?
I was reading about this too. In fact, we just published something on Modern Mom, which is crazy. I mean, I guess everything is individual, right?
Okay, look at this.
And every parent is going to tell you something different.
Now, how old do we think this girl is, everyone?
She looks like she's like 9, okay?
Oh, is she that young? So this was very controversial, and do it's because of the age of this girl.
I'll tell you, I don't personally wax, and I don't think waxing is great for the skin.
You're a shaver?
I'm a shaver or I'm a laser person.
I was the girl that went to get waxed at probably 13, 14 because if I had a bathing suit on, I was like, no, I mean,
and
even
my daughters, you know, are so aware of that now because we're so close that they know all the hygiene things. I probably would rather invest the money in doing something permanent than painful waxing every 6 weeks for my daughter from 13 to 18.
But the permanent is painful too, and discoloration for some.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
It's a tough one.
If you have a child, I have Italian in my blood, and I was like hairy. I mean,
and sometimes shaving, and shaving, you have all kinds of other issues and ingrowns and bumps and stuff like that.
I don't mind that much with the ads for children, but I mind how old that girl is.
She looks like 9, right?
Right, it should be a 15-year-old.
She looks like she's 9.
It should be a 15-year-old, but you can't get it right. And it doesn't say, Brazilians are 75% off.
I wouldn't be promoting it to children, you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
I mean, that's like a mother-daughter type of conversation and an individual thing, and every parent will give you their 2 cents. You got to figure out what works for your family.
You're right.
Always.
Thank you, Brooke, so much. Go to our website for more information about Brooke's Lingerie line. Thank you.